Got what you wanted.
I don't know where the recording starts kicking in, but hopefully that will be on it. Right. Okay, so it says we're live, but the count is still 0, so we'll give people a minute or two. I'm just going to flip across and mute my volume on the other channel. Oh, it's all right, it's off. Good. It must have remembered that from yesterday. That's excellent. Right. Brilliant. We're up to 24 viewers. Fantastic. Great. Okay. Morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of Living and Working on the Web. And we're going to just chat briefly for a minute or so, just to make sure everybody's got hooked in okay and don't miss the beginning. I hope you've all had a chance to digest what we discussed yesterday. There was quite a lot of information, and I realise it's quite new and different from what you've done before. So please feel free if you have questions. That's really the point of these sessions, is to deal with any questions that you have. So, we're up to 37 now. That's good. Oh, and down to 36. We've lost one. Oh, we've lost Sarah as well. Sarah's better weather already.
I might disappear again in a minute because I haven't had my coffee yet. I might just disappear and put the kettle on a minute.
Yeah, we should remind everybody just how early it is here, really. But yes, I've had one coffee so far, but the next one I'll have to wait. Right, how are you this morning, Nick?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. No teas or coffee required at my end.
Right, okay. Well, I think we should probably get going. The counter seems to have stabilised a bit. We haven't lost anybody else anyway. Right, okay, so I did send out a few tweets last night. One of them was asking for photos, because don't forget, we can't see you. We can only tell you're there if you comment or post an emoji on the chat window. So we can't actually see you at all. So the only way we can really get any indication that you're happy is through that window. But what you can do is send us photos. So it'd be really great to see views out of your window, or a group picture if you're all together in a room, whatever it might be. If you want to tweet us through some pictures, that would be fantastic. And we might even do the same if we get a minute. Well, maybe that's what Sarah's doing now. She's gone to take a picture.
Yes. Well, I'm making coffee, but if I turn the laptop around, you can see me making coffee. How cool is that?
There we go. Cozy weather. Okay, brilliant, Ahmed. Thank you. Right, okay, so aside from chat about photos, what do we need to do today? I did, like I said, raise a question on Twitter. Are you getting on okay? Do you have any questions? No one's replied via Twitter anyway, so hopefully that means that everything was clear from yesterday. And I don't know if Nick, because Sarah's obviously far too busy making coffee, but Nick, can you have a look and see if anyone's posed any questions in the chat?
I'm looking, and no, so far.
No, not even a hello. Have we not even got any hello?
We've had lots of nice hellos.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
And Renee seems to like Sarah's kitchen.
She wouldn't like it if you could see it from where I'm standing. You're not seeing all the chaos, all the dirty dishes from last night.
we should say that Ryan from last year's group came over. Nick, sorry, you're talking. We're both talking together.
No, sorry.
I was just saying that Ryan from last year's group came over to visit us last Christmas, and he had a tour of Sarah's place. So maybe if any of you want to come to the UK, you can have the same treat in store. We also introduced him to English pubs, which is probably a very bad thing.
He liked them. Chips.
Yeah, it went well. We have pictures. We have pictures to prove it as well.
Okay, we've got a few questions here, Lisa.
Great.
So first of all, Shafiq asked Sarah whether she's on a boat, and the answer to that is yes.
Yes, yes I am. Well spotted.
The next question, and this is one that's relevant, I think, is do we have to categorise our blog posts?
Yeah.
And the answer is yeah.
Yeah. So when you post your topics, then if you're in topic 1, you'll give your post a topic 1 category. If you're in topic 2, you'll give it a topic 2 category. And that's what enables the module blog to sort out your posts and put them in the right place within the module blog, so that they're not just mixed up together, but they're nicely categorized and people can find things easily. If you don't put a category, it will just lose it. It won't find it at all, and it won't pull it in. So sometimes when we started the UK group a few weeks ago, a few people were saying, oh, my blog's not showing up in the module blog. Sometimes, for some reason, it takes a while to come through. So, don't panic if you don't see your post straight away. But if you've left it a couple of hours and you still can't see it, and you have put a category on it and you still can't see it, then get in touch and we can. Sarah's the big guru on this, but we can hopefully sort it for you. We certainly got everybody from the UK group sorted all within topic 1. So I'm not sure if I mentioned yesterday, but topic 1 is not actually formally assessed. It's a practice. It's basically a trial run through how everything works. So it enables you to experiment and make sure you've got everything working with regard to your blog and you understand the process and what we're trying to do. And if something does go wrong, then it doesn't actually count. So what we hope will be that by the end of topic 1, everyone will be 100% sorted and fully ready to hit the ground running with topic 2, which will start on Monday. So if you do get any minor technical glitches, then don't worry. We can sort them very easily.
More follow-up questions.
Okay.
Another one from Zin, who was asking about the categories. Should we categorise according to management 2049 or according to topic 1? And the answer to that is you should categorise by topic. So topic 1 posts go under topic 1 category, topic 2 under topic 2 category, and so on. As Lisa was explaining, that's the way that you draw in the correct posts from your blog. So if you don't categorise by topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, then the software can't find your topic 1 post and bring it into the module blog. So the answer to your question is by topic. Another question from Isaac, who asks, is it possible to maybe have a run through a sample blog page using screen share or something? Exactly what you mean by that, Isaac? Could you perhaps clarify what you mean by a sample blog page?
Well, you can certainly look at all of last year's blogs and the year before's. If you go to the archive section of the module blog, you can see the posts from everybody who's taken the module before. So there's plenty of variety there in terms of how they've set up their blogs. There's lots of different themes that they've used, lots of different styles. So you may well find something that appeals to you that someone's used in the past. So I think there's plenty of examples there for you to have a look at. And if you want to have a look at the UK students, they've got a different module code. Their code is UOSM. Nick, perhaps you could put this in the chat window. It's UOSM 2033. And so we use that as a hashtag for the UK cohort. So you're very welcome to look at their blog as well, their module blog. And from their module blog, you can see their individual posts. So I don't think there's any shortage of work to look at. We actively encourage you to build on the work of other students, whether it be from past years, from your own cohort, or from the UK cohort. The only thing we ask is that you credit the person that you got the idea from. So if you particularly like the look of somebody's blog, or if you particularly like the way in which they'd answered a particular question, then by all means note that and use it in your work, but just make sure you put a link back and reference the author in the same way that you would reference any other piece of work that you've drawn upon if you're writing an essay, for example. So
yeah, always give credit to the original poster.
Yeah.
Always give credit, always reference, and ideally always link to the original posts that you benefit from reading or that you take some information from.
And it might be that you disagree with something that someone's written, and you can use their viewpoint, link to their viewpoint as a way of getting started explaining where your own view is different. And that's also fine. Obviously, it should be done in a constructive way. We don't want anyone going around saying, "Oh, I read this really rubbish post by so-and-so." But, constructive critique of other people's work, whether it be a blog post, an article, a video, or whatever, is obviously a good thing to do.
At least a quick check. This is to everyone, not just to Lisa and Sarah, but to everyone in Singapore as well. Has anyone's video frozen? My YouTube feed's frozen. I don't know if any. It may just be a problem with my computer. Whether anyone else has the same issue.
No, mine's going okay.
Yeah, it's all fine for me as well.
Okay, so it's probably to do with my computer, then that's fine. Okay, good. It seems fine for everybody in Singapore as well. Thank you guys for your quick responses.
Yeah.
Computer. I might be slightly distracted as I play around for a moment then.
Okay.
It might be worth telling our Singapore students that Nick is late to the fold of embracing technology, and as a result, technology hates.
I've had a mobile phone since 1996.
Technology now hates him and does its level best to get its own back at every opportunity.
Technology has a problem with me, not the other way around.
Okay, it might be worth at this point pointing out that if you go to the module blog, you'll see that all the videos, certainly all the ones from last year and now the one from yesterday as well, are linked to from the right-hand column of the module blog. There's a heading called YouTube, and you'll see there that yesterday's session is there. You can watch it again, or you can refer to it as and when you need to. And today's session that we're doing now will also be recorded automatically and available via that same link as soon as we finish today. So if you do ever get any technical glitches and you feel you've missed all or part of a session, then the recordings are kept indefinitely. So don't worry if you do find that you've dropped out or missed part of the session. Okay, how are we doing question-wise? Is there anything else, or has anyone sent any more pictures?
Yeah. We've had some expressions of amazement at Sarah's boat.
How did you guess it was a boat?
I don't know.
What gave it away? Because there's not much.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Because it's kind of blurry in the background. I wouldn't have. It's great that someone's obviously very observant, but I was just curious as to how you knew it was about, or have you been checking back the tweets from last year? Maybe that's.
I've just posted a picture on Twitter of a photograph I took of it on the last day of October when we had that beautiful sunshine, so everybody can see it now.
Brilliant, fantastic. So has anyone else posted a photo?
The circular porthole windows and the slanty walls seem to have been the clue.
Yeah.
Okay, and any other questions, Nick, while you're checking the chat?
No, still no specific questions, no.
Okay, Sarah, how many forms have you had through so far?
As of about 7 o'clock last night, that's at 7 o'clock our time, obviously, I'd had 19. I haven't checked yet this morning, but I may well have a quick look in a minute while we're on air. But yeah, I had 19 as of last night, so well done everybody. I'll check later. Okay, so that means that there's great, at least 19 of you already sorted as far as that's concerned. If you haven't yet done your form, please do so as soon as possible,
because we need that in order to get your personal feedback form set up. And don't forget that tomorrow you start on your topic 1, and I'll be posting, when we finish this session this morning, I'll be posting up the information about topic 1 on the blog for you. So I also posted on there yesterday, after we finished, a quick checklist of things you should have been doing, where you should have got to, and that includes things like completing your form, setting up your blog, obviously, doing an About Me page on your blog, doing your self-test. So lots of kind of setup admin-y things that it would be good to get up and running and out of the way. If any of you would like us to have a look at your blog, just tweet a link, and we can have a look and give you some kind of early feedback as to whether you're on the right line. It's also a good idea generally to, when you've done a blog post, to tweet a link to it. That's probably a way of getting more comments, because you're giving people a very direct reason to have a look at your work. So please make use of Twitter. It's a very, very helpful tool. And I noticed.
That's a very good.
Sorry, Nick.
As I said, it's a very good idea, that, because we've noticed from some of the UK students that there may be some students who put a great deal of effort into writing a really good blog post and producing some really nice materials, but then they get a little bit sad that nobody's actually read. But how would you know that that blog was ready and available unless you tweet out and say, post up, please check it out? So it is a very good way to try and make sure that people do actually come to your site and read what you've written.
Yes, and bear in mind as well, you're on a marketing course. Why not make your post stand out and look different and interesting, and encourage people to click on it? So a catchy title is a good thing to do. If you just say, "Here's my first post," full stop, it's not really a very compelling reason for someone to have a look at it. But if you perhaps pose a question and say, I don't know, well, I'm sure you can think of something. It's too early in the morning for me to think of questions. But if you tweet a question and a link to your post that's intriguing, then that's far more likely that someone will click on it and think, oh, I wonder what that's all about. I'll have a look. Than if you just said, oh, here's my topic 1, full stop. Right, okay, gosh, we've got 42 viewers, fantastic.
Okay, we've had another question.
Yep.
Where do we submit our self-test? Well, the answer to that is you don't have to submit it in any kind of assignment or for marking sense. The self-test is mainly for you to use to find out where you are now in terms of your starting point, in terms about your sort of digital literacies and your online behaviours. But mainly it's for you to refer back to when you come to your topic 6, which is your final reflection across your development over the whole module. You can then take the self-test again at the end of the 2 weeks and compare how your scores have changed. So that will give you some to discuss in your reflection. So we suggest that your self-test is perhaps best used in your About page. You could put it in your first post in topic 1 as well if you wished. You could put it into your About page. We can also then see it, of course, and then refer back to it when you get to your final topic 6. So I hope that's clear.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you could just use it as a way of introducing yourself. In your About section, you say, who you are, what your interests are, what you're doing, what you hope to do, and then maybe a short paragraph which links to your test and discusses the kind of ways in which you currently use the web and particular areas that you feel you want to develop. So we're not actually going to mark that, but it's a useful introduction, and might help you to start thinking about what your priorities are and where you need to focus your efforts. Okay, how are we doing question-wise? Anything else there?
No, that's it so far.
Perhaps we could we?
We've had 19 people complete the form.
Sorry, Nick.
Is that right? we've only had 19 forms in.
As of last night. Sarah's just
Yeah.
checking again
As
at
of
the
la-
moment.
Okay, because that's actually not that many, is it? 19.
Out of 50, that means 31 missing.
So we need a lot more people to. They might well have done.
Yep. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look at Twitter and see if anyone's posted any questions on there. A sec.
Sarah's been posting boat pictures.
Oh, brilliant. There's a group picture here. It's three smiling ladies and 2 laptops. Fantastic.
Oh,
We're having our lecture together. Thank you very much. That's great. Oh, and I see Sarah's boat, yeah. On a sunny day. It's fantastic. Okay. Oh, great. And we've got a picture of Sarah. Fantastic. Demonstrating the boat behind. Cozy weather. Yes. Yeah, it's a nice sunny day here today. Great. No, keep sending those pictures through. That's fantastic. Nice to see some smiling faces. Perhaps I could ask for some thumbs up or suitable symbols, hopefully positive ones, in the chat room, just to make sure you're understanding what we've covered this morning. Is it all making sense? Are you clear about what you're doing? If you could send us through some thumbs up, that would be fantastic. I'm relying on Nick to check that because I've got too many windows open now.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm on that one. There's some lovely pictures here. Maureen sent one in of floor.
Yes.
That looks pretty amazing. Ahmed's managed to get one of me on the screen. Looks very disturbing. Great, there's some lovely pictures there. Thanks, guys. Well done. Good job. We're getting lots of thumbs up, Lisa. People seem to be understanding, seem to be quite happy.
Great. Okay. Sarah, any updates on forms?
Yes, I popped it on Google, but there are 30. What did I say?
33.
33. Thank you. 33 so far.
Right. Okay. So that means there's about 17 of you that still need to get that sorted today, please. And then we can get cracking on all the admin side at this end. Right. So that's probably all we need to do today. So a recap of what you need to do next. We're going to be posting topic 1 for you shortly. So that's what you'll be looking at tomorrow. And obviously we've got another session this time tomorrow. So if there's any questions about topic 1, or if you're unclear about the process, then you've got another opportunity then. And so by the end of tomorrow, you should have written your first topic 1 post, which is answering the question that we pose. And then you've got Friday to read and comment on the work of 2 other students and to post your reflection. So your final post for topic 1 on what you've learned as a result of going through the topic and reading and commenting on the work of others. So that's all going to come around quite quickly. So just flagging that up now so that you can make sure you've allowed enough time in your schedule. Obviously, it doesn't matter if you do it, what time of day you do it. I know last year a lot of you were working through the night, but as long as you meet those deadlines, then you should be all set then, and you'll get your feedback and you'll be totally ready to go with topic 2 first thing on Monday.
Let's just run through those deadlines again.
Yep.
Just to make that double clear. So the first topic 1 post is due in when?
End of tomorrow, Thursday.
Yep. What time, yeah?
Singapore time, yeah.
And midnight Thursday.
And then comments and summary are due by midnight Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, and all of this, remember, is on that one pager that we showed you yesterday. There's the 1-page timetable with all the deadlines. So I think we're being nice and kind here, talking it through with you, but it should be quite obvious.
Can I just say something about the use of images as well?
Please do.
So a lot of you will be tempted to put in images that you found on Google to illustrate your blogs. Your marketing students So you should be aware of when you can and can't use images. If you're going to put a picture in your blog, you need to make sure that you have the right to use it. If you don't, then don't put it in there. Just because you find it on Google doesn't mean that you have the right to then copy and paste it into your blog. Find the original source of the image if you can, and see if you have permission to use it. So see if the image is in what we would call Creative Commons. If not, if you're not sure, always post a link back to the original source of the image. And if you're taking something that's perhaps been taken by a professional photographer, if you can't get permission to use it, don't. Use your own photograph instead. Just warning you, because I'm a bit hot on that.
Yeah, it's really good practice to get into. It's very easy to do, to just lift photos and insert them into your work, but it's really not the done thing at all. And if you're just starting with blogging, it's very good practice to get into the habit of checking that anything you want to use, that you actually have the permission of the owner to use it. Obviously, any of your own photos that you've taken yourself, that's no problem at all. But if there's any doubt, if you can't find out the copyright restrictions on any particular image, then just don't use it. If there's any doubt, use something else. I don't think there's any image that you'd want to use that's so desperately unique that you have to do with that particular one rather than any other image. So
and of course,
I think that's... Sorry, Nick.
I was going to say a good way around this potential minefield, and make your own images. That way, you're not going to be infringing any copyrights. So keep that in mind as well. Yeah,
we can obviously give you feedback on individual posts, and we can talk more about this as we go through the module. Have we got any more questions?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Lots of thumbs up, lots of okays, lots of Rogers got it. I think
great. Everyone's chilled out. Right, okay. Well, I think that's probably all we need to do this morning.
Yeah.
Have you two got...
Answer questions, guys. Any last questions? 1 minute.
It's your 1 minute warning. So I'll post up topic 1 this morning, and also a quick post showing where you should be at this point. And obviously, anything you want to tweet in between now and tomorrow, feel free to do so. I'm seeing a lot of messages popping up, people following me on Twitter. Most of them seem to have the Twitter egg rather than a picture. So don't forget, I mean, obviously you don't have to do it all at once, but if you're looking at your social media profiles alongside building up your blog, think about at least putting a photo on your Twitter bio so we can see who you are. It looks far more professional than just the Twitter egg. So lots of eggs at the moment. Any more questions?
Nope.
No?
No, we've got some amusement at the use of the word the Twitter egg.
Well, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it does look like an egg, I agree with you. I don't think we've heard it called that before.
Well, I guess that's kind of deliberate, given that the Twitter logo is a bird, then probably the kind of initial picture that you get before you've personalized it is kind of the egg before it becomes a bird. Is that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's
very logical.
Kind of logical. Yeah. Anything else from you, Sarah?
No, I think that's it from me. Thank you.
Okay, well, we'll say cheerio now then, everyone, and see you again tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed the session and you enjoy the rest of your day. We've enjoyed seeing your pictures, and Sarah, you've been really organised in sending your boat shots over. I'll see if I can take a few today because it's a lovely sunny day out there, and I'll post those up for you for tomorrow.
We did have a request for a shot of Millie earlier.
Someone's been Googling you, Sarah.
Right, I will do that then later on.
Because we haven't mentioned Millie at all yet.
Yeah.
So. Or didn't she feature in the last video last year? Didn't we have Badger and Millie in the video?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
And we had some Singapore dogs as well. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
You might like that. Millie is actually in bed at the moment. And when I say in bed, I literally mean I got out of my bed and Millie got in.
She's not silly.
No.
Right. Okay.
She knew you were going to open that door and let the cold air in.
Yeah.
So there'll be a dog theme tomorrow then. Right. Okay, enough of all that. So we'll say goodbye and see you tomorrow. And thank you for tuning in. Okay. Bye, everyone. Oh,
Bye.
sorry.
Bye. No, it's all right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.